Welcome to Coffee with Tara. I'm your host Tara Swan, and I'm here with today's special guest, Jaideen Cobb. She's a reporter for the Arizona Informant, and she's just such an amazing young woman. And I had to have her come on today and share her story with you guys. So thanks for coming on today.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah. So I follow you a lot on social media, and I see that you're into guys. I stalk her. Following is just an understatement, but you know, I see that she's into fashion and photography too, right?
Yes.
And just a whole blend of things, and I think that's amazing. What do you think your passion is in life?
Definitely one of my passions is journalism. I love journalism. I love getting to know people, others, getting to know their stories, fashion, photography, those kind of things. Reading.
Wow, yeah. What do you feel like, what was your childhood like? Like, how did you become who Jaideen is today?
Yeah, so my childhood I feel like was very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I'm from Washington. I'm from Washington State. I was born in Everett, a city about an hour out of Seattle. No one knows that city, but
where's that?
Exactly. No one really knows that city, so a lot of times people ask me where I'm from, I just say Seattle or whatever. But yeah, so I lived there until I was about 8, and when my parents separated, then I moved here to Phoenix and been here ever since I was 8. So I'm 21 now, so I've been here for a while.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Was it interesting, like, you know, making friends out there and then having to start over? Was that rough for you at all?
Yeah, it was a little bit weird. I'm gonna be honest. In Washington, you have a lot of different cultures that are there, but not the different cultures that are here in Phoenix. And it's more urbanized compared to Washington. It's not as urbanized. So that was a little bit strange to me. And seeing palm trees for the first time was weird. I was like, these are real things. Like, this is not just in a movie. Like, a palm tree, like, they're amazing. Like, I remember just seeing like how majestic they were. Like, this is really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, like as a kid, like, wow, this is awesome.
Arizona's so beautiful. And, like, I'm from Wisconsin, so like if you're not from here, you really just like, you're like, this is a beautiful place to live.
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah. So how long have you been working for the Arizona Informant, and how did that opportunity come along? Because that's a huge opportunity, guys. She wrote about me last week, and I was in the paper. Like, what?
Crazy. It was amazing. It was amazing. So how it all happened was, in one of my classes, my professor actually told me, so we had to do these out of class field trips, right? So we had to go out of class, right? This is for a literature class. So I had to go out and write about individuals or these things that were going on within the community. One of the assignments were assigned to a awards assembly, and it was called Living History Awards, where they were honoring people within the community that were media outlets. They were in different kinds of media outlets, and the guy that was being honored was the owner of the Informant. His name is Clovis Campbell, and his cousin.
Wow.
So yeah, they were both getting honored, and they both got an award. And there was another lady who got an award too, and just some other people. And I really was looking to get into media and just to connect with people that, you know, like-minded, just get people to pour into my life as far as media. And walked in there with my resume, and a couple of days later I got a call back, or I called them, or whatever it was.
That you're just highly favored. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like being children of God, we just have access to so many more opportunities, and I feel like stuff that would seem impossible for other people, God just makes a way. And the fact that like you're just beginning and all these things, and God's given you such a huge responsibility because He knew that you could take care of it. So I think that's super inspiring. And what I love about it is it's cool to see other young women who are so driven and have perseverance. And you had to get that from somewhere. Was there anybody that caused you to have perseverance or go after your dreams?
Yeah, definitely my mom. So my mom raised me and my sister as a single mother. She's incredible, like incredible. My mom's a foster parent of 4. She's been a foster mom since I was probably about 12 years old, and she taught me a lot about selflessness. And the example of just like playing all those positions in the household, not just one. Like, she couldn't just be a mom, but she was a protector. She was the caring person. She was everything. So,
it's interesting, thinking about like how your parents were when you were younger, and it's things you never really notice till you get older, and you appreciate how did they do that? Like, they were my age or something.
Exactly.
And we're taking care of kids. So I think that's amazing, and I feel like she did a great job with raising you because you are a light. Anybody who talks about this girl is like, she's dope. Like, I posted a picture with her. They're like, I love Jaideen.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So it's good, and I think one of my favorite qualities about you would have to be that you're never in competition with people.
Oh yeah.
You're humble,
Thank
and
you.
you're all about a good cause.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
that's super amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I see you're pretty open about your faith.
Yeah,
you know, you're not ashamed to talk about it. When did you find God or that relationship with Him?
Yeah, so my first encounter with God would have been when I was 14 years old. I went to a youth camp called Camp Elevate.
I know. That's the sign we do.
Yeah, and it's based out of Phoenix, so it's local. It's like an urban youth camp for urban kids within the community, and they do a great job at preaching the gospel in a way where it caters to the crowd, to this group of kids. And I was that kid. I was. You know, just kind of like that youth kid. I was like, oh, I don't want to be here. What's this God deal? Because I grew up a Jehovah's Witness, so I wasn't really used to, you know, like.
That's an interesting
experience.
experience.
Exactly. So it's a little bit different. So I was kind of like, what is this? But I remember encountering God like never before, and it changed my life. Yeah. And honestly, to this day, like, you know, the greatest thing that's ever happened to me was decided to be Christian at 14.
Wow.
So.
Amen. That's amazing. Is there any advice or anything you can give to maybe like a young adult or maybe a young kid that's kind of lost, or maybe they grew up in a single parent household and they might be doubting God or just kind of lost? What advice could you give them?
One thing that I would like to tell young girls or guys or whoever, that you're more than enough, and that you can do it, and that God does have a plan for you. Oof. And God does have a plan for your life, and He wants to do more. And this is my favorite scripture. Anybody who knows me, I recite this over everyone and over myself all the time, but it's Ephesians 3:16, and it's God can do more than you could ever think or imagine or dream of because of the power that's within you. God's put something inside of you that you have no idea. Wow. And God will do amazing things through the person that He's created you to be. So it's just like about pushing that.
I love that. That's beautiful. And I feel like it's so good because like I love scriptures too, but Job 8:7 is like, you may have started with little, but your ending will be greater. And it's kind of like for you, like you might not have had the ideal, situation, but now look at you. You're a reporter for the Arizona Informant. You know, you're doing amazing things, meeting great people, and God just has favor in you, and He's going to continue to carry you. So I think that's beautiful. So you're a pretty busy girl. You're always in school.
Oh my God.
She's literally like
all these
different places. What is your perfect day?
Yeah, it's funny because I feel like, you know, people see me, they think I'm really cool and edgy, and I, you know, dress a little edgy in fashion, but
guys, her swag.
Thanks.
It's fire.
Thank you so much. But I'm really, like, to be honest, I'm really nerdy and kind of just like chill. So I was even like, one of my favorite things to do in the world is literally to go to a coffee shop and pick up a bunch of articles written by multiple different media sources, but print articles that have to have my fingers on it, and literally annotating them, which is so nerdy. And people are like, what do you do? I literally take a pen.
Got the glass.
Yeah, I got it. Exactly. Literally, like, you know, underline, oh, this is good, like, or this transition word is good, like, you know, just bettering my craft and doing something that I'm more passionate, like, I feel like it's crazy because bettering my craft, I think, is just like who I am, like, you know, so it's like I get a chance to enjoy what I do, and that's amazing. So
I think it's awesome, and it's important. The things that we love to do, we set aside time to just perfect it and just really work hard at it. So I think that's awesome that you do that. Yeah. I'm like trying to get more in the habit of just like going after what I want and having stick-to-itness. And I feel like after you interviewed me, it caused me to really go more hard.
That's
and like,
awesome.
You know, so thank you for that.
Of course.
Yeah. So is there anyone in your life that just has helped you along the way or inspired you or to go after, you know, journalism or anything like that?
Yeah, it's very unique because I feel like God will place people in your life throughout your journey at that specific time to help you and encourage you. So there's been tons of people from when I was a little kid, from when I was a preteen, from a teenager, from youth leaders to maybe just a person, you know,
that God's like put along the way.
So a lot of things that I do it's not just one person, but it's like a list of people that I can, you know, an endless list of people, like, you know, even randoms. Like, I feel like, you know, just random people say things over you, and you're like, you have no idea who I am, but in some way they see something that you maybe not see until, you know, whenever. But one person is definitely my mother, and my mother is so strong and just very selfless, and she has really, really displayed, I think, to me and my sister what it means to go out there and, you know, kind of get it done, you know.
I love that, selfless. That's important because I feel like you're like that too. You're always selfless and caring about other people. That's awesome.
Thank you so much.
So, if you could change anything about the world, because there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's kind of a crazy time that we live in, what do you think you would change?
Definitely media. I definitely think that for some weird reason I've gotten a place in media, an opportunity in media to do things in media, and I want to run with that. I'm going to go where the grace goes. I'm going to go where the doors are open, and I'm going to go in there with a unique perspective and not a competitive heart. And I think that's what the media is about,
and that wins.
And exactly. Yeah. But I feel like I have a unique voice in that area, and I want to influence media. So.
Wow, I love that. So this next part, you're going to fill in the blanks. It's going to be I am, right. I want, and I have. Okay. So I am
passionate.
I agree. I want
to see people healed.
And I have.
That's a hard one, Tara. I have perseverance, I guess.
That's good. I love that.
Thanks. Thank you.
I feel like before meeting you, I already kind of got a feel for who you were. Like you were just a positive light, but meeting you, there's so many layers. You're creative, you're assertive, and you're intuitive. So you're always aware of what's going on and how to make people feel welcomed. And I feel like people who change the world or do awesome things, they have those qualities.
Thank you so much.
So I want to encourage you to keep pushing, and even when sometimes we can have like a lot being sucked out of us, but make sure to find time for yourself to replenish Jaideen, because that's really important. Yeah, because I feel like we're similar in ways because we're positive people, or people come to us to get like that like good, that healing, but then sometimes we burn ourselves out by doing too much. So it's a balance as well.
Yeah, that's definitely.
So what do you think motivates you to get up in the morning and just to go hard?
One thing that motivates me the most, I think, are my cousins. I have tons of little cousins and little people surrounding me in my life. And when I look at them, and I know that if I graduate, I'm one of the first in my, in my family. And if I land a good job, I'll be one of the first, or if there's just things that I want to do because I want to let them know that they can do it too. Wow. And that is one of the things, like when I see them and the words that they say, like, oh, Jaideen, no one says the things that you say to me, or stuff like that. But
that's good. That's beautiful. Does it ever become a lot of pressure, like those goals for you? Or how do you?
Yeah, that is one thing that I'm still working out. I think with my time, my personal life and stuff, is not caving under pressure and not feeling like not having that, not letting that pressure like become me, because that develops an anxiety. But I think I always have a lot going on, and one of my number one goals is to be a role model and to show people that they can do impossible things.
I love that, yeah.
And one of my main sayings is, I believe that everyone has unlimited potential.
Wow.
And I know no one really likes that word because it's like potential, but I feel like you can literally do anything. You have an unlimited, unlimited potentials.
Wow. So. Amen. I love that, and I love your confidence and how you're able to believe in yourself.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I feel like you're gonna give that to other girls so they can know that they can believe in themselves too. And we serve an amazing God. We have a God who rose Jesus from the dead. Like that's unlimited power in itself,
exactly.
So like at work, I always tell myself I can do all things through Christ, because like you really can, you know. And it's kind of a mental thing too. Like if you believe it, you can do it. If you believe in God, you can do it too. So
definitely.
Yeah. So what is something about you that most people may not know?
Yeah, I guess I'll give you the good and kind of the bad. I guess one thing that I think people don't know, as far as like good things, I guess, would be, laughing a lot is something you guys probably can tell by the camera, but I literally laugh at everything.
Me too. People say it's annoying, but I'm
like, I just have a fun time. I always tell people I literally have a good time all the time.
Yeah,
it's just what it is. I have to.
Yeah.
So one thing that people don't know is I'm really passionate, I guess, about the environment. If you sit down with me long enough, I'll rant about a lot of things that I'm concerned with as far as like climate change, that kind of thing. And then also I have a big heart for girls. I guess that's not something that a lot of people know that, I guess. But I do. That's one thing that a lot of people, I guess, don't really know that much. But
yeah, she even invited me to, it's called Sisterhood, but it's at the new Hillsong in Scottsdale, and it's just young women, young girls, older women, just all getting together. And I think I was like, what is this? Sisterhood. This is cool. I like this.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, what were you going to say?
No.
What does the future hold for you? Because I feel like you're going after a lot of things, and what's next for Jaideen?
Yeah, I'm a big person about speaking things into existence. I really do think that words have power. Rather you're speaking over yourself or speaking over someone else. I think that what you say, like it counts people. So one thing that I do expect in the future is, number one, I want to graduate college. I'm a sophomore right now, starting my junior year next semester, but that's a goal, because I'll be the first in my family to do so. So that's a goal that I'm fighting for every day.
Praise God.
Thank you so much. And then also to land an internship after college with a big time media outlet or a big time media source such as Ebony, Essence, CBS, and then hopefully after that landing a job position with CBS as a producer, as a network producer, and then eventually working my way up to be an executive network producer. So that's
speaking into existence, girl.
Thank you so much.
I love that. So now we are going to play a trivia game, which I like to do. I always like to do something different with my guests, but we're 90 babies, but kind of like 2,000 kids. So we're going to do a trivia game. You guys can play along, see if you can guess it too, but awesome. So
I love this.
Yeah, so the first question is going to be, in what year did the king of pop, Michael Jackson, die?
Oh my God, was that...
It's kind of tricky.
Was that 2008? No, 2009.
Yeah!
Okay, you got it!
Get it!
I cried! I was like, my mom's like, what's wrong? You didn't really even know him. I'm like, Mom!
Yes. Okay, so this might be tricky, but I feel like some people may know. Antoine Dotson advises you to hide what? A, your kids, your wife, and your husband. B, your wallet. C, your face in the darkness. D, your car.
It's hide your kids, hide your wife.
Good job.
Thanks.
Okay, so this next one was kind of like trending and very popular. But lying your face down with your entire body stretched for a photo is called a
plank.
People would plank everywhere, and it was so ridiculous. I'm like, what is this? Like, people are on the table planking.
In the oddest places on the mailboxes. I'm like, how did you get up there? People were planking in ridiculous spots. I'm like, how did you do that?
It was crazy.
It was
insane. Alrighty. Were you a Disney kid or Nickelodeon?
I was probably a Nickelodeon kid, but give me the Disney.
Let's see. This one you might know.
Okay.
Which Disney Channel series centered on a psychic teen who gets sudden premonitions?
That's a...
Guys, she didn't even need A, B, or C. She just knew it.
That's a Raven.
That was so good. Love it. Okay, next one is Gordo and Miranda are the two best friends of which character? A, Alex Russo. B, Louis Stevens. C, Raven Baxter. D, Lizzie McGuire.
Okay, this is kind of tricky. It's even Stevens, right? No, Gordo and Miranda. That is Lizzie McGuire.
Yes! Lizzie McGuire! Thank you. You're really good at this. Okay, and the last one is, which famous person died suddenly on February 11th, 2012?
Is that Whitney?
Whitney Houston.
Oh man, that was
rest in peace,
Whitney.
We love
you.
That was such an eerie year.
Yeah.
It was like, how did Whitney Houston die?
And then Prince. Oh my gosh, the legends.
Right? Yeah. So, is there any closing thoughts you have or any last things you want to share with our viewers today?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to encourage everyone who's out there in TV land or YouTube land, just to not give up on yourself. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do anything. If you want to report. If you want to be a producer, produce. If you want to be an artist, do your art, whatever that looks like for you. And most importantly, do it with God. I think, people will compromise and think, I can believe a little bit or believe halfway.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I enjoyed having you on today.
Thank you.
So where can people find you on social media if they want to contact you or check out your articles?
Definitely. So you guys can find me on Instagram at Jaideen Cobb. Yeah, Jaideen Cobb. So it's just gonna be Jaideen and then Cobb, like the corn, Cobb. And then also through Facebook, I'll be more than happy to be your Facebook friend. And then also you can check out my articles. So they print out every Wednesday at locations near you. You just have to check out the website at thearizonainformant.com.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you liked her story, please share and subscribe to catch more awesome stories.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
blessed day.